I am super keen to be speaking about today's video because I think that a lot of you will be able to relate to this. And I'm super sweaty. I've just came back from a massive drive in Bali. And for those of you who have been here, or for those of you who haven't been here, it gets super humid, even at like 8 p.m. at nighttime. So I'm just chilling. I've got some food coming on the way. I got vegan pizza, vegan cheese pizza. So hungry, it's gonna be this shit. What I wanted to speak about in this video, if you've ever had the experience where you've said you're going to do something and then you didn't do it, and then you do that again and again and again, and it gets to the point where whenever you say you're going to do something, in the back of your mind, there is a little voice that says, bullshit. You're not gonna do that. You said that you're going to do this thing last week and you didn't do it. You said you were going to do this thing last year and you didn't do it. You said you were going to call that person and you didn't reach out to them. You said you were going to be on time for this thing and you arrived late, and it kept going and it kept happening again and again and again, and you have so many references of you not following through on something that it gets to the point where you do not even believe a word that comes out of your mouth. Ever had that happen before? And I can relate to that because that has been a part of my life for a very long time, and it has shown up so much in my whole life, and I know where it comes from as well. If there are 3 ways that we get conditioned, right? The first way is through visual programming. This is all about what you see growing up, right? So if you see someone in your family, mostly parents, not following through on something, or if you see your parents showing up late again and again and again, it tends to rub off on your personality. Those traits that you see that your parents had tends to rub off on you, right? The second thing is verbal programming. Verbal programming is all about what you hear growing up. So that could be the exact same thing where maybe your dad said you're gonna arrive at this time and he arrives 15 minutes late. And he does it again and again and again. And then maybe he says to you something along the lines of, you know, being on time isn't that important. It's okay to be late. And that word stuck into your subconscious mind, and it shows up in the way that you show up in the world. And the third thing is through a significant emotional event. This is some type of trauma that might have happened as a child or even recently, but usually in this context, it's probably not related. Or maybe it is. However, I know where it came from me. I know where it came from for me, which was seeing my dad and also being in a culture where there is something called Fiji time. And Fiji time is where it is this idea where islanders, Fijians, show up late, and it's justified by saying, oh, it's just Fiji time, right? This person's on Fiji time. That's why they arrived late. So my question is, if you can relate to this, where does it stem from? What did you see growing up? What did you hear growing up? And maybe there was some type of significant emotional event that happens, which is why you say you're going to do something and then you don't do it. Usually it's from parents. However, that doesn't mean that you don't get to choose who you decide, who you really want to be. For me, I have a vision of the ultimate man that I want to become in my lifetime, and certain actions that I know that I am doing right now doesn't align with where I want to be or who I want to be. And that is a big purpose of why I'm doing this 30-day challenge of every single day making a video, because I know that from this process, from this challenge, there's going to be a spotlight on certain parts of me that doesn't align with who I want to be. Right now, today, I didn't make a video. Until right now, but I was justifying it by saying I'm busy, I'm hanging out with someone right now, I don't have the time, I gotta be with them, I wanna really be present with them, then I'm gonna go home and it's gonna be late and it's like 8 p.m. right now and I'm not gonna have the time, I need sleep, I'm super tired, I'm sweaty, I need to have a shower. All this bullshit in my mind was coming up from me not being my word. And I had to ask myself, Am I only committed to success and being my word when it's convenience? Or am I committed to success and being my word no matter what? And maybe for you right now, being your word, doing what you say you're going to do, only happens when it's convenience, when it's the right time. When you have the energy, when this thing happens, that's when it's okay. That's when you give yourself permission to follow through. And I think for me, I'm going to be making these videos, evolving throughout this process, teaching you about all this, hoping that from me sharing my breakthroughs, it also gives you your breakthroughs as well. So my commitment right now is just to be my word throughout this whole entire fucking 30 days, no matter what. Whether that is just getting out my iPhone, not having to get the tripod out, not having to get a professional camera out, but whether that's just be making a video through my iPhone, not caring about like what's going to happen, what am I gonna say, just hitting the record button and just doing it. Setting myself up to win. Setting yourself up to win is a really big thing. To regain trust with yourself, my recommendation is to create mini challenges and celebrate the mini wins. Because maybe right now you have all these references of not following through. It's time to create references of you following through again and again and again to regain that trust with yourself. And maybe that is saying to your friends, hey, let's go out to lunch at this time and arriving 5 minutes early or arriving 10 minutes early. And doing that again and again and again for everything. Maybe that's saying something to your friend that you're going to do something and actually doing it. And doing that so much that it becomes your new normal to be the type of person that says that they're going to do something and they do it. Excuse me. That's my work right now. Being my word no matter what. And that's the reason why I'm making this video, and I think my pizza is here as well. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if it did help you out. I love every single one of you. If you haven't already, subscribe to this YouTube channel, give this video a big thumbs up. Let me know your biggest takeaway from this video. I read every single one, and I'm gonna be replying to every single one on this video as well for the next like 48 hours, because there's gonna be times where I don't see everyone's comment like a week from now. So until I see you all in the next video, remember to love all living beings and most importantly, love thyself.